Hello students, welcome to the video lecture series on electrical installation, maintenance and testing. In the last class, we have discussed the planned and preventive maintenance of a transformer. So today we are interested for the planned and preventive maintenance of the induction motor. So we know that the induction motor we are using widely inside the industry as well as for the household appliances we are using the induction motor. So the reason behind the widely use of induction motor is the cost. The cost of induction motor is cheaper than any other motor which do the same function. So this basic you already know about the induction motor, which works on a principle of electromagnetic induction, and this is the AC motor. Now the maintenance of the induction motor can be classified into two groups. First is the restorative maintenance, so that is called as the repair maintenance, and the second is the protective maintenance. We will discuss this definition in detail for the restorative maintenance as well as for the predictive maintenance. The restorative maintenance, it is the most important or primary type of repairs. It arises after a fault being carried out. Restorative maintenance has many disadvantages like lesser time for the usual life of machine, waste of valuable energy, etc., and it is also known as the corrective maintenance. So restorative means the corrective maintenance only. The second type of maintenance for induction motor is the protective maintenance. Now this type of maintenance form can be referred to schedule of planned maintenance actions, that is scheduled maintenance aimed at the prevention of breakdown and failures. Examples of the protective maintenance are changing of oil, greasing, tightening of belt, changing of filters. So this is called as a protective maintenance. So these two maintenance which we are carried out for the induction motor. Now we are interested for the protective maintenance also. So it can also be defined as anything that increases the life of equipment and help it runs more efficiently. Further, it can be divided into subgroups: activities, continuous monitoring. So a periodic measurement or predictive techniques is there. The protective maintenance will generally involve the lubricating, cleaning and check for sparking brushes, vibration, loose belts, high temperature and unusual noises. So that is called as a protective maintenance. We are interested for let's say the plant inspection is there and maintenance is needed for vast electrical equipment to keep in proper working condition. But the question arises, do we need a proper maintenance schedule? And the answer will be yes. Obviously we have to make one schedule, because without a proper maintenance schedule, when something goes wrong with the motor, it can lead to the expensive repairs. Can take some leads to replace it with the new one sometimes. This is why a proper schedule of maintenance is necessary. However, it will not guarantee that motor will not get any trouble, but it will limit the problems. By doing the protective maintenance, one can say that the problems can be minimized. So the main idea behind the motor maintenance is to prevent the breakdown rather than repairs them. Now the main difference between the transformer, or you can say the induction motor, is that in the transformer there are no rotating parts, so there is less you can say frequency of maintenance is preferred. But as the case of induction motor, there are rotating parts, some gear arrangement is there, so it involves some maintenance at you can say higher level. Now since here we are talking about the induction motor, so we have to categorize for the squirrel cage as well as for the wound rotor type. Now, the squirrel cage induction motor requires very less maintenance as it does not contain brushes, commutators, slip rings. So that is advantageous. And in the wound type rotor, since it contains the slip ring, bushes, so it does require the maintenance time to time. So this is the difference between squirrel cage induction motor and wound type induction motor. You have to keep in mind the squirrel cage induction motor requires very less maintenance as it does not contain the brushes, commutators and slip rings, whereas the wound rotor type contains or requires the maintenance frequently. Considering the above discussion, most common faults that can be avoided through the adoption of condition monitoring methods. The stator winding faults, let's say normally a consequence of overheating, contaminations, etc., possibly causing the shorted turns, shorted coils, phase or coil to around to ground, and single phasing. Such problems or such failures create the stator electrical imbalance as well as the vibrations in the current harmonic content. So that is related to the stator winding fault. Now there are faults called as a bearing fault. So it means that it can be caused by incorrect lubrication. Let's say if there is a mechanical stresses, wrong assembling is there, they can affect all the bearing parts such as inner and outer races, cage and balls or rolls. The third fault is the rotor faults. These are usually caused by broken bars or broken end rings, rotor misalignment and imbalance. The primary focus of the problem in the three-phase induction motor in the stator and their supports. The leading causes of failures are superheating, imperfections in the isolation, mechanical bearing and electrical failures. So the following inspection schedule may vary depending on the type of machines and the importance of that machine must be carried out of induction motor. So this is related to the types of maintenance for the induction motor. Now we are interested for the maintenance program for every week, or we have to make the schedule. So what we are doing for maintenance program for every week, we have to examine the commutator or brushes, examine the starter switch, the fuse and other controls, tighten the loose connections. So if there is a possibility that the connections are loose, then we have to make the tightening. See that the machine brought up to the rated speed in normal time or not, so that we have to check. Check the level of oil in the bearing. So this is called as for every week we have to do all this procedure or all those diagnosis. Let's say the maintenance program for every 5 to 6 months requires clean motor thoroughly, blowing out the dirt from winding, wipe the commutator and brushes. Let's say shake the brushes and replace any that are more than half wore. So we have to remove that brush, half wore brush, and we have to replace that with the new one. Examine the brush holders and clean them if they are dirty. Make sure that the brushes ride free in the holders. Drain, wash out and replace oil in the sleeve bearings. So that we have to do after every 5 to 6 months. Check the grease in the ball or roller bearing. See that all covers and belt and gear guards are in the place in good order and securely fastened. And the last point is inspect and tighten the connections on motor and control. So this is related to the maintenance of induction motor. I hope you understood the types of maintenance to be carried out for the induction motor and the maintenance frequency for, you can say, to be done for the induction motor. Thank you. God bless you all.